Yes, this is Tactical Red and you're on Tactical United. And Man United have lost 4-2 to Leicester City. I haven't done a video for time, but it's about time that I do another video because I'm sick of this guy. I've been sick of this guy since the beginning, since March 2019, and I'm still sick of this guy. Nothing surprises me. What's happening now? Let me tell you what's happening now. He's being completely exposed. Completely exposed. Ronaldo's coming in the team. Completely exposed that he can't do anything with top players. He got relegated with Cardiff. He got sacked with Cardiff when they was in the relegation zone in the Championship. Yeah, he's a loser. He's a serial loser. I'm not having it anymore. My back is fucked. Yeah, I fucked up my back, and I'm just pissed off. Yeah, I'm very, very, very pissed off with this Ole Gunnar Solskjaer guy. And you know what? It's a situation where, all the Man United fans who are like Ole in and back him, they've all turned. Everybody's turned, and it's a thing now where we just need to get him out in it. We need to get rid of him. He's not good enough. Like, my thing from the beginning was the reason why I said I want Ole out as soon as he got given the permanent job back in March 2019. I used my brain and I thought to myself, can Ole win us a title or win us Champions League? And my answer is no. My answer was no then. It's been confirmed no, even before that season even finished. And it's still no. It's still, what are you doing? His tactics are abysmal. The players, I'm telling you now, some of the players that are playing do not respect him as a manager. They like him as a person, but as a manager, there is zero respect for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Zero respect for him. He's just an average guy. He's an average Joe. I think a lot of people in the world are better than Ole Gunnar Solskjaer as a manager. He doesn't know. When he explained about his tactics, he's just said it's about passion and desire. He's talking like a Stoke manager. He doesn't have any tactics. It's all these guys, Gary Neville, Roy Keane, and these men are backing in Bruno Fernandes. Them men are to blame too. These men, they called pundits because they're his friend. They're not real pundits. Like, they shouldn't be there if they're not willing to say the truth. If they're willing to lie just because they're his friend. If it was my friend, I would be honest. I wouldn't be brutally honest, but I would still be honest. I would still say, I don't know how well he's going to do. It doesn't seem like he has control of X, Y, and Z. It doesn't seem like we have any tactical strategy in the game. That game plan against Leicester, literally, what's going to piss off a lot of Man United fans is that we didn't have McTominay and Fred in the team. But it doesn't make a difference. And do you know why? Because when you don't have patterns of play, it doesn't matter who's in the team. The team will be all over the place. The gaps from attack to midfield, from defence to midfield is huge. There are huge gaps in the team. Leicester had 22 shots. 22 shots. 11 on target. Yeah, 11 on target. They had more possession than we had. Even in the previous game against Aston Villa, they should have beat us. Against Everton, they should have beat us, sorry. Aston Villa beat us. Young Boys should have beat us. Villarreal should have beat us. Every team that we've played, every single team we've played since Leeds and Newcastle should have beat us. Southampton should have beat us. Wolves should have beat us. Villarreal should have beat us. Young Boys did beat us. Every game we've played, we should have lost. Let me tell you what's happened since last season to this season. Expectation level has changed. Yeah, he spent money, and I was so happy when he spent money, because when he spent money, I knew his time was coming to an end because the exposure would be too much. Because people kept making excuses for this guy. Yeah, oh, he hasn't got his squad. He hasn't got a midfield. He hasn't got a defender. He needs this. He needs that. He needs this. He doesn't need nothing. Like, so many managers are better managers than this guy. He's the worst manager in the Premier League. No Premier League club would take him. Not one club is going to touch Ole Gunnar Solskjaer when he gets sacked. Not one in the Premier League, because he's average. He's below average. He's poor. He's shockingly poor. I'm telling you now, there are people who don't know anything about football that will do a better job than he does. 100%. And this is, it's telling. The favouritism, the treatment of players. Van de Beek, Telles, Bailly, Lingard, Matic, Mata, Henderson, Delo, Sancho to a degree, but not really. The reason why Sancho is failing because we don't have a system of play. Sancho needs possession football. He's not a counter-attacking player like Rashford. He is a possession-based baller. Same with Pogba. This is why certain players don't look good when we play. Like Greenwood is also a possession-based, but he's also got the finishing that can hide the fact that he doesn't. If he doesn't play well, if he scores, it's okay. Greenwood has both sides. He has the pace, the power, possession. That's why he's my favourite player, because he has everything. He's a complete player except for the movement in the box and the headering. But other than that, he's complete. And you know, it's so obvious. Like if we have a top quality manager, imagine what he can do with these players. He can develop our team to become one of the best teams in Europe. It's very easy to do. We just change our style of play, and we can be one of the best teams in Europe easily. But we are not. We are way behind. We have so much attacking talent. We have so much defensive talent. Midfield is okay. You know, Bruno Fernandes. I've been saying about Bruno Fernandes from a long time that he empties the midfield. Look, the reason why we play so poor is because Bruno Fernandes is the issue, but people don't want to highlight it because they think he saved us, but he hasn't given us a trophy yet. In finals and semi-finals, he goes missing. Why? Because when we need someone to step up, most of the time he's not that guy to step up. Most of the time he's not. He's just popping shots off and trying Hollywood passes that work 1 out of 10. It's just obvious. It's just obvious what's been happening time after time, and I'm not sure why it's taken so long for people to see this. I'm not sure why it's taken for so long for people to see that Bruno Fernandes does this. I'm not understanding why people have not understood that Ollie's rubbish. I don't know why it's taken so long. I'm not sure why. And there's been guys out there who've been talking about it from day. And so many guys, and myself too, so many guys out there on social media have been lambasted and chastised for saying how they feel. And it's not, I'm more about like just saying like, this is what the problem with Man United fans, and this is what I'm going to say. The final thing I'm going to say about this is the problem with Man United fans. There's a real core problem with Man United fans. It's a core problem. We live in the past. We live in an era where we think it should back the manager, and we think it's all about the manager. Like, it's not. It's about Manchester United lifting trophies. It's about our legacy as a club. It's not about the legacy of a manager. It's not about Mourinho. It's not about Van Gaal. It's not about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. It's about Manchester United. And so many fans have jumped on the bandwagon and backed managers, and they don't want to feel wrong for backing a manager. And I'm like, it's not about backing your manager. It's about backing the club. And people think, oh, if you're not backing the manager, you're not backing the club. But the reason why I want manager out is because I'm backing the club, because I want the club to do well. It's really simple mathematics. 1 + 1 is 2. Even though I did 4. Even 2 + 2 is 4. So it's all the same. It's just doubling. Yeah? It's just doubling it up. So at the end of the day, I'm not surprised that we lost to Leicester, and I'm not surprised. I don't know what's going to happen against Liverpool, Man City and Atalanta, but I can sense that the players will turn against Ollie because they don't rate him, they don't respect him, the coaching is poor, everything is poor about Ollie. He's going to come out, he's probably going to have a 2-minute press conference because their Man United media is protecting him like hell, man. Like the questions in the press conference are not even questions. They're not questions. There's no questions, and the people that ask questions, you won't find them in the press conference. That's the thing. It's embarrassing. Ollie finds questions disrespectful. If you hear how he talks, yeah, because I monitor him, I'm onto him. If you hear how he talks, he says people are not allowed to ask me those types of questions, or people are not allowed to say these types of things. Like, it's disrespectful to say these things. He's calling out Ferdinand. He's called out Van Persie. He's called out many people, yeah, who say things that he doesn't think is appropriate. He has no credentials to say this. Fergie used to do the same, but Fergie won things in Scotland and in Man United too. So, but this guy thinks he can't be criticised for reasons that he's delusional. Like, he's delusional. He's a delusional man. It's really simple. He's a delusional guy. And when you're delusional, you like he said, we have attacking play. And the attack is so good to be an attacking player in his team. Delusional, man. I can't deal with it. I couldn't deal with it for time. That's why I haven't. That's why I waited to do like a real video, because I'm just gonna repeat the same thing and it will drive me mad. So I can't just keep repeating it. Even when we win, I still see the same thing. So now we're gonna really see the pressure on him, and I hope that he goes. I just want him gone. I'm just tired of him. So I'm tactical Red. You're on Tactical United. You Man United fans, just think, yeah, because we have a brain, so we can use it to think. Think. Don't be thinking that, oh yeah, Ollie, this. I know most of you fans don't anyway, but there's still some of you out there. You guys just need to be honest with yourself and say, are you backing him because you think he's going to win, or are you backing him because you like him, or you want it to work? Just think honestly and be real with yourself, innit? Have a good day.